We'll have a nice relaxing time at the hot springs. Oh, there's a bunch of, I think, old people in there. Yeah. Draw as much hot water as we need. And yet the hot springs never run dry. Isn't it magical? These hot springs appear near active volcanoes. Veins of water under the ground are heated by magma to well up as hot springs. Is one of these, like... Isn't one of these a healing tile? No? Oh, am I only thinking of Fire Red and Leaf Green? Where the hot springs you can find there actually do the healing? That's sad. I think... Maybe it's Emerald. Maybe it's Emerald that it actually allows you to heal them or something like that. Okay. And now we go through the gym. Do I know the route to get to the gym leader? Maybe. Like without fighting any trainers? Probably. I don't remember. This one. I don't usually pay attention to where I go, so. Oh wow, I made it. Yeah, see, so you don't need to fight the trainers at all. I chose to fight the trainers because, well, I need the experience. Experience is always very helpful, especially since, like, look at the next level. Those trainers, even if they gave 200, 300 experience, that still helps. Even if it's not a lot, it still helps at the end of the day. And plus, Brina and Xavier Sal got evolved, so it's good. Welcome. No, wait. Puny trainer, how good to see you've made it here. I have been entrusted with the... No, wait. I am Flannery, and I'm the gym leader here. Dare not underestimate me, though I have been leader only a short time. For only a short time, probably is better to say. With skills inherited from my grandfather, I shall, demonstrate the hot moves we have honed on this land. She's like the most greenest gym leader ever. I love it. Alright, Flannery. Delicos is about to use water gun on you. It's always great that I love listening to Gen 3's like gym leader music. It's got that classic like style to it that I like a lot. Probably because I played Ruby so many times. And even like Leaf Green, or is it Leaf Green or Fire Red? One of the two. I played it like so many times though that I just grew so much into their battle music. Yeah, because I think it was while they were working on GameCube games more than like trying to work on more Game Boy games. And I actually liked their music. It was really good. Alright, come on. And the funny thing about the GameCube games is that I only ever finished the game once on each of them. And I actually have a funny story about XD Gale of Darkness. Not really so much for Colosseum. Because I think Colosseum I just gave up on one Pokemon. And I think that was as far as that went. No! Delicos couldn't survive. I thought Delicos would live with like 1 HP or something like that, but no. Brina. Brina can take down the Torkoal. With a facade! There you go. Oh, I guess I was trying too hard. I've only recently become a gym leader. You already said that. I tried too hard to become someone I'm not. I have to do things my natural way. If I don't, my Pokemon will be confused. Thanks for teaching me that. For that, you deserve this. 2,800 money. Nice. Receive the Heat Badge. If you have a Heat Badge, all Pokemon up to level 50, even those you get in trades from other people, will obey you completely. And it lets Pokemon use the HM move Strength outside of battle. This is a token of my appreciation. Don't be shy about taking it. It's Overheat. Contains Overheat. That move inflicts serious damage to the opponent, but it also sharply cuts the special attack of the Pokemon using it. It might not be suitable for long battles. Cool. And now let's get our technical Lava Ridge encounter. Trathis, long time no see. Oh, while I was visiting the hot springs, you got the Lava Ridge Gym Badge. You must have caught good Pokemon. No, I guess you raised some. I guess it would be okay for you to have this. We have the Go Goggles. Those Go Goggles, you'll have no trouble getting through the desert near Route 111. But wow, Drathis, challenging gyms. You're trying hard because you don't want to lose to me, I bet. I never lost to you. Drathis, I think I should challenge your dad in Petalburg Gym. Drathis, see you again. Okay. Are you the one that gives you the egg? Ah, okay. Okay, so let's get the encounter for here. I will hatch the egg here while I go talk about history of my childhood. People probably don't want to hear about it, but you know what, though? It's fine. You can just mute the video. Nothing will be happening anyway. I have here an egg. I had hoped to hatch it by covering it in hot sand by the hot springs, but that doesn't seem to be enough. Best if it were kept together with Pokemon and carried about. You are a trainer, yes, and your Pokemon radiate vitality. So what say you? Will you take this egg to hatch? Yes. Put you with this here egg. Every so often an egg will be found at the Pokemon daycare. Or at least that's how the rumor goes. So this egg will have this encounter name, and it'll be like what we're gonna use. Because for Ruby, I just wanted to hatch the egg. I didn't care about the encounter. But if I want to use something from Route 117, it does make sense though that I would want to use I'm going to use Lava Ridge as the encounter, because you can't really get any other Pokemon here. So we'll just speed it up. But yeah, so let me reminisce in the XD Gale of Darkness. So I somehow stumbled upon how to finish off Pokemon Coliseum. Then I lost track as to what I needed to do for XD Gale of Darkness. But for my first time playing, I got through Mount Battle pretty much almost all the time, training my Pokemon a lot. Like, I had a level 55 Nuzleaf, and I think I had a level 44 Houndoom or something like that. Because I remember I was doing a bunch of restoring kind of thing. I didn't get very far in the story. I got stuck after you go through, I think it was like the first enemy base, I think. That was very early on in the game. If I do eventually do XD Gale of Darkness, I'll literally show you where I got stuck on. Because I didn't know where to go. I didn't. I was a kid. I wasn't paying attention. I was just clicking A, just wanted to play the game. And I got stuck on Mount Battle. And so I just kept on going through the battle system. And I just loved Nuzleaf's animations. I did. I think I kept on using Nuzleaf for a really long time. And then I think I was trying to figure out how to, like, because Nuzleaf was level 55, and I'm like, Nuzleaf should have evolved by now. So I think I looked it up, and I needed a Leaf Stone, and I thought that I missed something in the story to have given me the Leaf Stone. So I ended up, like, restarting the game, realizing that, like, I could have just looked up a walkthrough, and that could have told me exactly what I needed to do. I realized that the second time I played. So the first time I played, I think I evolved the starter into... Well, you start off with an Eevee. So I evolved the first one with Umbreon because that was pretty much the only evolution I used in Colosseum. I think I boxed Espeon pretty early on because Espeon wasn't doing a lot of damage. And I was not good at Pokemon, so I did not realize that Espeon, it was the power of the move that was the issue, not Espeon. I thought Espeon was the issue. So the second time I played, I chose a different Pokemon because I think I was like using the walkthrough as a guide, and it's like, oh yeah, Vaporeon's a really good Pokemon. It's got a really nice move pool for Gen 3. And I was like, oh, okay, so I'll use that one instead of Umbreon. Sorry, just taking a look at the egg. That's why I'm going 2 times speed. This doesn't take as long. So as soon as I restarted, I ended up figuring out by actually reading what the characters were saying. And I'm like, you're joking. Like, I could have just gotten back to that town or something like that, and I would have continued the story, and I'm like... And then I immediately evolved Nuzleaf into Shiftry, and I'm like, because it gave you a Leaf Stone, and I'm like, I could have had a level 55 Shiftry by now if I would have just done this. So I literally spent about, I want to say 30 to 40 hours maybe of my childhood, or at least it felt that way, just getting a Nuzleaf all the way up to level 55, and they were pretty strong trainers. Let me just slow down the game. Let me go and see if this site actually has a an XD Gale of Darkness thing for Mount Battle, because I'm sure there is one. XD Gale of Darkness. Can I see that? I definitely don't think it was that far. They were like in the enemy trainers were like in their 40s. Here it is. So I was in... It looks like Area 4 was the one that I was in. Or Battle 5, yeah. So that's actually kind of funny, though. That I ended up, like, having a really rough time with that. And, like, Nuzleaf was really, really strong against, like, a lot of the Pokemon that were there. And Nuzleaf didn't have, like, a good move pool. I think I just got extremely lucky with either my IVs, and I don't even want to think about what the EVs would have been. Like, I think I just got lucky with the IVs, and just Nuzleaf was just really, really strong against the Pokemon that were there. And then once I restarted, of course, like, my entire team changed. As you do. Even now, I think, like, I don't think I did much of anything. And then in Colosseum, I did a very foolish thing that every gamer should do, pretty much. If you have a way to save the game, you save it. I was a kid. I was a very foolish child, thinking, though, that, like, I could just leave the console running and it doesn't actually damage anything. Little did I know that that's actually a bad thing to do. So what I would do as a child, for some odd reason, is when I was playing Colosseum, when I was actually continuing the story, I I got to a point where you get to catch one of a legendary Pokemon. It was, I think, the second one you encountered, because the first one gave me a rough time because I was not expecting it. And I think everything at that time was like way lower level than that legendary. So it was like, it's like saying that like everything was like level 30s, and then you encounter a level 40 legendary. It's like you're not expecting it, and all your Pokemon are very weak because in the GameCube games, they're all double battles. There is no, oh, you can go into a single battle unless it's a very heavily scripted thing to be in a single battle, but the whole game's done in doubles. On a very rare chance will you have a doubles. So that's what was really, really difficult about the whole game, was the fact that like everything was doubles, and I was a child who didn't understand doubles mechanics. Like, I didn't know that like you can just tag team on two different like both your Pokemon on one Pokemon, and it would be like okay.